Hey, thanks for stopping by. My name is Tyler, and today I want to talk about the next certification I'm going for. So, if you guys are new here, my name is Tyler. Welcome. I'm 20 years old, making my way through the IT tech industry without a degree, and I'm effectively treating my certifications like formal education. So, I wanted to talk about my next semester, if you will. So, let's get into it. But before we get into it, I have another piece of super exciting news. A couple days ago, I got an email from KodeKloud asking me to be an affiliate for them, and I agreed. So, what that means is I now have a page through KodeKloud where you can go and get your KodeKloud courses, and if you use my link, I get a couple dollars off of that. So if you guys are shopping on KodeKloud, whether it's for Terraform courses, CCAD courses, CKA courses, CKS courses, any of that stuff, I would really appreciate it if you did use my link. It will, of course, be in the description. But with that out of the way, what certification am I going for? So I recently got my CKA here, that is the Certified Kubernetes Administrator, and I decided because I want to learn a bit more about security and I'm already kind of in the Kubernetes world, figured I'd go for my CKS. So the CKS is the Certified Kubernetes Security Specialist. It is known to be just as challenging, if not more so, than the CKA. And if you guys were following my CKA journey, you knew I was pretty stressed out about that exam. So, needless to say, I'm pretty nervous about this one as well. However, with the knowledge of the CKA, I think I'll pick it up a little bit quicker than zero to Kubernetes administrator because that initial jump is really scary. I mean, Kubernetes is just one of those things that unless you've been working with it for a few months, it doesn't make any sense. So, kind of a scary environment, but because I'm already so into it, I'm like, let's continue. Now, I am making this video a little bit late because I've already have been studying for my CKS for the past couple weeks, but I wanted to make the video anyway and just talk about how I'm feeling about it initially, and then as I get closer to the test, I'll make other videos and updates on how I'm feeling, just like how I normally do on my channel. So the first thing I did for my CKS studies was I watched through Mumshad Bunambest's course on KodeKloud, link in description. Jokes aside, I did go ahead and watch through that course because he has pretty much the most respected CKA course, and I figured it was a pretty safe bet going with his course for the CKS as well. So I watched through his course. I did do all the labs already. However, if I'm being honest with myself, I could have done a better job that first time through paying closer attention to the videos because I mean, I finished this whole course and I like looked back and I'm like, there are still so many things that I have no idea how to do. So, following that first watch through, I went ahead and I picked up the O'Reilly book for the CKS. I did leave myself a note on the front here because I am the silliest goose in the pond. But anyway, I am reading through that right now. I'm actually about halfway through. I started that on Tuesday of this week, so pretty short book. Should be able to crank through it pretty quick. So far, I like it. I am a textbook person. I do find value in reading the textbooks. With that being said, this is a hands-on certification, as in rather than being multiple choice or anything like that, you are sat down in front of a terminal and you have 17 questions, and these questions make you actually build out the architecture or configure the cluster to answer the question. So I don't know if it's as useful to read the textbooks for these styles of certifications, but I'm one of those people that really likes to get a grip on the conceptual knowledge as well as the actual, I guess, implementation and configuration knowledge, like hands-on knowledge, just because I don't know, I like to see the whole picture. I know some people disagree. They say, oh, just go straight to labs, don't even worry about the videos. But I still feel like you're missing out on that conceptual piece if you do make that aggressive of a jump for your certification. So I'm kind of taking it slow, reading the textbook. After I'm done reading the textbook, I'm going to go back to Mumshad's course and rewatch it and pay closer attention this time. I will be doing every single lab again as well. And I thought of a new study method for it as well. I made a spreadsheet of every single course and lab in this course, or every single video and lab in this course. And next to each video or lab, it's either going to be a green square, a yellow square, or a red square. And I did an initial run through where I categorized all the videos based on how well I remember the topics on the video. So, like things that were covered in the CKA, like service accounts and secrets, those would be green already because I'm pretty confident in configuring them and implementing them into different environments. But things like AppArmor and SecComp that are brand new got the red square because I remembered the words, didn't really remember how to configure them. So I'll be going back through, and after every single video, I'm going to make myself put down how I felt about the video and if I think I really understood what that specific lecture was talking about. So I'm excited to see what that does for me, if it does do a better job at almost segmenting out different parts of the like, I guess, overarching course, because it is, I think, like a 20-hour course. And I think it will do a good job at helping me remember specific topics a little bit better. After I'm done with that, I'm going to go ahead and do the KodeKloud practice tests. So similar to the CKA, the KodeKloud course by Mumshad also has built-in practice tests. And at least the CKA ones were like very, very highly reviewed, and I can pretty confidently say they're pretty similar to the real thing. I do still recommend Killer SH for the CKA because knowing that you can do significantly harder questions in the exam before taking it, I think is definitely good. And I mean, it certainly doesn't hurt to take those harder practice tests. So just like for the CKA, we'll be doing the Killer SH courses for the CKS. But before those, I'm going to be doing Mumshad's practice tests. There is a reason why I kind of do it in that order. So with Mumshad's courses, I think there's like 5 practice tests, and there's so many more questions you can get. And for those first couple practice tests where I'm still getting the feel of the questions and kind of learning how to answer the questions, I don't want to be wasting the Killer SH questions for that initial, I guess, learning curve of just understanding what different questions are asking for. Because with Killer SH, while the questions are really, really good in my opinion, you don't really get many of them. You get like 25 total. And I feel like if you were to use that as your initial set, you could pretty easily, even like accidentally, start just memorizing the answers and the commands on how to answer these questions. And that's not what I want. I want to save those for when I really do feel pretty confident about my ability to answer test questions. So that's the plan right now, is kind of finish reading the book, go through Mumshad's course again, go through his practice tests, and then hit Killer SH practice tests and schedule the exam from there. I'm hoping to get this done in less than 4 months. In typical me fashion, that's much longer than a lot of other people report that it takes them to get it. Like there's all sorts of posts about I got the CKS in 3 weeks after the CKA. And I mean that's awesome. I totally see how it's possible. I I don't like to put myself on super tight timelines like that. I like to do it at my own pace so I still am really enjoying the learning and I'm not just like killing myself to learn it as quickly as possible so I can just pass this test. I want to learn it at a pace that allows me to dive into things as I need to and take time on different topics if they're just taking me longer to learn. So 4 months though is about the longest I would hope this would take. With that being said, I think that's pretty much all I had to go over today. As always, thank you guys for watching. If you guys are looking for a KodeKloud course, I would really appreciate it if you do use my affiliate link. But if not, totally okay too. But with that being said, you guys have a great rest of your week. Have a good one.